Welcome back to another Throne and Liberty guide. So, you have completed the storyline and all of the appendix quests, and now you've just hit level 50. You're suddenly hit with a huge sense of, what am I going to do now? Well, do not worry, friends. I've got you covered. I have scoured every corner of the internets, and this is absolutely one of the first things you need to dive into. And on top of that, I have a special guest on today's video. Direct from the game itself, this is someone you all know. Someone who has been with us since day one. That's right. An exclusive interview right here. So stay tuned. So, hit the escape button to pull up the menu. Look under the content section, and you should now have access to the weekly missions. Go ahead and select it. What you are seeing in front of you is the weekly missions menu. On the left-hand side, you have two options: last week's missions and this week's missions. Let's focus on the this week's missions section first. Here, you will find 4 distinct categories, each with 3 objectives to complete. Each objective has a progress tracker, showing you how close you are to finishing it. And if you click on the % sign, you can see the list of possible rewards. Each category comes with its own unique set of potential drops and specific percentage chances for particular items to appear once you have completed the objective. In today's video, we'll focus on the first 2 categories, the open world category and the co-op dungeon category. Starting with the open world, you will have 3 objectives to complete. Let's begin with the first one. The Mystic Portals, or Mystic Globes. These are collectible treasures scattered throughout the open world. When you find and interact with these red orbs, they provide valuable rewards, like rare crafting materials, restoration coins, and occasionally, the chance to activate a Mystic Portal nearby. Now, Mystic Portals are rarer but offer even greater rewards in larger quantities. And they can contain exclusive items such as the Trait Unlock Stone, something you won't find in Mystic Globes. Once a Mystic Portal spawns, you will receive a notification at the top of your screen, letting you know it's appeared nearby. However, the exact location won't be marked, so you'll need to open your map to view the general spawn area and start searching. Use your minimap to guide you. But remember that the portal icon only appears when you are within about 10 meters of it. Look out for a large red sphere on your screen and be quick. Mystic Portals remain active for only 60 minutes. Make your way to the portal, interact with it, and claim the rewards before it disappears. Don't miss this opportunity for high-value items. However, there is a catch, and I am here to help you out with that. You can only see Mystic Globes if you have a Mystic Key in your inventory. Without it, the globes will not appear. So, let's make sure you are prepared. To acquire Mystic Keys, head to the closest contract coin merchant and buy your daily limit of keys using contract coins. I will be explaining all you need to know about contract coins next. Contract coins are an in-game currency in Throne and Liberty, used to purchase important items, including Mystic Keys. To earn them, you will need to complete contracts, special tasks available throughout the game. These contracts can be picked up from the contract manager in towns, and each completed contract rewards you with a set number of contract coins. To accept a contract, simply click on it and then hit Accept. Once accepted, the quest will show up under your notifications, making it easy to track and complete. Once you have enough of this currency, head to a contract coin merchant, also found in towns, where you can spend them on Mystic Keys and other valuable items. By regularly completing contracts, you'll maintain a steady supply of contract coins. On top of that, you'll also be working toward the second objective of the weekly missions, completing resistance contracts. Okay. That's 2 out of 3 objectives done. The last objective is relatively easy to complete. You need to participate in 5 dynamic events and acquire the event rewards. So, open the map and check if there are any events currently happening, or see what time they'll be starting. If you spot an event that interests you, teleport to the location and join in. You will need to meet the event objectives and claim the final reward to make it count. And that's another one checked off the list. Alright, before we dive into the next category, it's time to make good on the interview I promised. So, without further ado, exclusively for you in today's video, let us give a warm welcome to our special guest, Mr. Language Not Supported.
Language not supported.
I have to apologize for my nerves. It is truly the dream of a lifetime to finally meet you and speak with you in person.
Language not supported.
Yes, I know. So tell me, how should I address you? Mr. Language Not Supported? Or do you prefer just Language?
Not supported.
All right, so I guess it's Mr. Not Supported. So tell me, how are you doing today?
Language not supported.
Yes, we already know that. But I mean, you're such an intriguing character. Tell me more about yourself. How do you see yourself evolving as the game develops? Are there any big changes in store?
Language not supported.
Well, what can I say? It is truly an honor to have you here in one of my videos. I never imagined I'd be casually chatting with you. Thanks for making the time to show up. I really appreciate it.
Language not supported.
Language not supported to you too. Now, moving on to the co-op dungeon category. This one is pretty straightforward. To complete this objective, you'll need to participate in any co-op dungeon of your choice. Start by hitting Escape to open the main menu, then select Co-op Dungeon. Choose a dungeon from the list, check the possible rewards, and also see how many dimensional contract tokens it will consume if you decide to open the chest at the end of that dungeon. After defeating the main boss, a dungeon chest will drop. Opening this chest will consume a certain amount of dimensional contract tokens. These tokens are another form of in-game currency. Once you reach level 50, you will automatically recharge 900 of these tokens per day, up to a cap of 4,500. By opening dungeon chests, you are not only using these tokens to potentially improve your equipment with valuable loot, but you are also making progress toward completing the objectives in this category. It's important to monitor your dimensional contract tokens carefully. You don't want them to sit at the cap, as that would waste their potential. But you should also be selective about the dungeons you enter to ensure you're targeting the equipment you need most. Alright, so we've gone through the open world objectives and the co-op dungeon tasks. But what happens when you complete these? This is where the two tabs on the left of the weekly missions menu come into play. As you can see, the first tab is labeled This Week's Mission, and it shows the remaining time until the weekly missions reset. In my case, I still have 3 days and 11 hours left to complete these missions. This timer is really useful to keep track of how much time you have left, so you can plan out your objectives for the week accordingly. Alright, let's fast forward to when those 3 days and 11 hours have passed, and the weekly missions have reset. Now, what was previously in the first tab has moved to the last week's mission tab, as the new weekly missions have been refreshed. So, if I click on this week's missions, I'll see the fresh set of objectives for the new week. However, if I click on the last week's missions tab, I can review all the objectives I completed. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Each completed objective now has a clickable purple square with a question mark. When you click on it, it reveals one of the items from the loot table. So, your first step is to click on each available question mark to uncover all possible rewards. It's extremely important to reveal everything before making your selection, because if you rush and grab something too quickly, you might miss out on something even better. Take your time, explore your options, and make the most strategic choice. Now, you have two options. You can either choose one item from what's revealed, click on it, and then hit Claim Reward to receive that specific item. Or, if nothing you see catches your eye, you have an alternative option, a replacement reward, Trade Unlock Stones. These stones are also quite valuable, as they play an important role in enhancing your character's abilities. So, think carefully about whether you want to go with a visible item or secure some Trade Unlock Stones instead. Keep in mind, though, that you can only claim one item. Whether you select an item from the revealed options or opt for the Trade Unlock Stones, you'll only be able to pick a single reward. So, make your choice wisely. Alright, that's a wrap. We have covered everything you need to know about handling the open world objectives and co-op dungeon objectives in the weekly missions. Completing these missions is a great way to upgrade your gear, get high-quality rewards, and strengthen your character. That's all for today, guys. In the next video, I'll dive deeper into what to focus on once you hit level 50, but this should keep you busy until then. Thanks for watching. If you found this guide helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more Throne and Liberty content. See you in the next video.